Hi guys. I hope that my internet connection is gonna be good enough. I'm in the woods and it's raining. But I wanted to do a little check-in here. So I wanted to speak about how can we know if a system works or doesn't work. And the system can be, astrology, human design, or the gene keys. I often have people coming to me telling me, "Oh, I actually already did my human design 5 years ago in Ibiza. I had somebody, telling me about my body graph." And then I ask, "Okay, so what changed for you after?" And many times there was no change. And there's when the person think back, they don't really remember much about it. Just maybe, oh, they said I have to wait, or something like that. And this is really, for me, you really cannot tell if a system works or not by having a reading, because the reading is opening a door and it might give you some insights, but if you don't apply those insights to your actual life, nothing can ever change. Really, awareness is key and is really the first step, but then when we don't live it, when we don't embody it, there can't be any change. So in human design, we say that the deconditioning process is 7 years. That is the time that it takes for all the cells to change in our body. And my experience is that in the first year working with somebody, so many things can change. Actually, a whole life can kind of start to fall apart even, because there's so many things that need to be deconstructed in order to something that is more aligned with our true self to be built. However, on a deep cellular level and in the deepest or densest layer, which is the physical body, to really have a shift, to really have a mutation on a cellular level, that is going to take 7 years to the whole body is, to everything in the body is replaced. And this is also, we can say it when it comes to the densest plane, to the physical body, we can say it's about the accumulated stress that we have in our body. And this stress, it's not only from this lifetime, it's actually the stress that is imprinted from our lineage. So in this 7-year deconditioning process, we basically need to start unlocking, dissolving, transcending everything that was ever imprinted that is still in a low frequency. And that is something that requires presence. It's something that requires, a kind of commitment to see and to remain in our center, even when it's uncomfortable. So with this, what I want to say is that we cannot tell if human design or the gene keys or astrology work without doing the work. We need to commit to the process, and often this is something that takes long time. And it's kind of when we speak with trauma, somehow when we have been through something difficult, the same time as it took in it, there is something that's going to lag after, kind of the same time for the healing. I'm all about quantum leaps. I am all about permanent, instantaneous change. And what I want to say is that actually that's not excluded in what I say. Both are possible. You can have those leaps, you can have those insights, you can have those moments where it really feels like everything shifts, even in the physical body. I've been working with a method that takes stress out of the physical body, and there's been times after an hour and a half session where I walk out on the street and I feel like I see the world in a different way because my physical body feels different. So it's both the changes that they're really tangible, that we can feel and see. And often when we have those shifts, then there is like a test comes in, and we kind of, we take 3 steps forward, and then there is a challenge, and then we kind of feel like we are back again. But that's just like reality giving us an opportunity to see how deep the change was going, and if we need to take another round in the spiral in order to be able to thread it again with more awareness and more love and more openness. So this is also an invitation to everybody that works with those systems and who works with me to know that, you know, maybe a first reading is overwhelming. Maybe you feel afterwards that something is activating your DNA, and maybe you feel like, oh, it's going to work there. But there is something for each one of us about commitment and about stepping into it and take responsibility for our own process, because we can never change anything else. And when I see sometimes the posts out there that says, you know, a quantum healing session with me, and together we're going to unlock your genius, and after that, you know, there is no obstacles to your power manifestation, your abundance, and your prosperity, you know, I feel like there's a danger in saying that, and I don't feel like there's in a lot of integrity in those kinds of statements either, because nobody can change your reality except for yourself. And maybe the, you know, the divine plan of everything, the divine comedy is like, when you're ready to change, you're going to find one of those mentors, and at the same time, if it's found out of desperation, that will not be a shift, because it's always that last little piece where you have to make the step and take the responsibility. So yeah, a reading is not going to change your life. It's your own willingness to commit to a higher frequency that is the step into a completely new experience here. Thank you.